Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. It all begins on Monday. After a period away from Los Angeles, Steffy Forrester Finnegan makes her long-awaited return, stepping back into the fray with her children, Kelly and Hayes, and her husband John Finn Finnegan. Their homecoming is meant to be warm and joyous, the family back together, wheels in motion, the future hopeful. But of course, peace isn't long-lived in this world. As Steffy steps through the door, meets Finn's smile, reconnects with her children, the air shifts. Finn must deliver explosive news. The one person she thought gone, the one behind so many whispered fears and painful absence, is very much alive. Luna Nozawa, whom everyone believed dead, is alive, and she is pregnant. This revelation hits Steffy like a punch. The reunion with Finn and the kids fades into the background as her mind races. Why didn't I know? What have I missed? What is the truth? Finn's arm around her, children in her arms, suddenly uneasy comfort. This is not the welcome home moment she expected. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the city, a tension-filled visit unfolds. Poppy Nozawa, Luna's mother, pays her daughter a visit in prison. Luna is jailed. The stakes are enormous. Her freedom stripped, her future hanging in the balance. Poppy is not soft or conciliatory. She delivers a cold, sharp message. This time Bill will not bail her out. This time the consequences will be real. Poppy confronts Luna on how she got knocked up by a billionaire's son, with biting irony. She warns, she lectures, she makes clear. No more second chances without price. This visit sets the tone for the week. Secrets erupting, legacies structurally crumbling, relationships tested. On Tuesday, the war lines are drawn more explicitly. Steffy is determined. Luna will not use her pregnancy as a shortcut or get-out-of-jail-free card. She will not be manipulated into an arc of mercy. Steffy's voice is firm. Her eyes already narrowed. Behind her, the family posture shifts. Finn supportive but concerned, Kelly and Hayes sensing tension, Steffy bracing herself for a fight she didn't sign up for. For Luna, the pregnancy that seemed like leverage may become the ground of her undoing. In the Forrester/Finnegan world, strength is not in victimhood. Power lies in control, in how you handle the blast wave after the bomb. And Steffy wants control. At the same time, Bill Spencer Jr. makes his moves. He speaks with Katie and Will, drawing up custody plans as though the baby is already his. He frames the case as a slam dunk. Legal strategy in place, momentum on his side, his power ready to be asserted. The baby in hypothesis kidnap, in peril of being taken away. Bill sees more than a child. He sees leverage. He sees legacy. He sees the Forrester/Finnegan world rattling, and he leans in. Wednesday brings more character shifts. Sheila Carter pleads with Deacon Sharp not to shut her out. The two have a layered history, love, betrayal, manipulation, and now Deacon is leaning toward protecting Hope more than protecting Sheila. Her world threatens to collapse if he walks away. Meanwhile, Deke Forrester watches the Forrester designer shuffle and wonders, why doesn't Remy want my name mentioned? The corporate intrigue and creative control at Forrester Creations continues its quiet war in the background, but now it bleeds into the family sphere, because power and design are never separate. Thursday shifts focus to realization and counsel. Electra Forrester comes to a sharp awakening about Will and Luna. She starts to see how the pieces fit, how Luna's presence disrupts everything, including what is meant to be safe for Will. Suddenly she views the pregnant, jailed Luna not as a distant villain, but as a threat to her brother, to the Forrester line, to legacy itself. At the same time, Taylor offers Deacon support regarding his marriage to Sheila, the cracks showing, the remorse settling in, the choices yet to be made. The moral support and the design business merge here, because when family err, business suffers. Finally Friday, Bill tells Liam, Will and Katie that Luna did this on purpose. It wasn't an accident. In Bill's telling, and let's be clear, Bill's telling always comes with spin. Luna orchestrated this. She set the trap, she triggered the chain, she knew what she was doing. For Liam, Will, and Katie, it's a punch. For Steffy and Finn, maybe vindication. For Luna and Poppy, total isolation. And Daphne speaks up. She inquires about Carter's relationship with Hope. So many relationships, so many angles. The week ends not with resolution but with more questions, more maneuvering. Steffy returned home to family and found war. Bill's custody fight now escalated. Luna's pregnancy no longer a whisper but an explosion. Poppy's coldness turned up. Design business shifts in the wings. And every player must choose. Stand up, stand strong, or disappear. Now let's pause and consider each major thread more deeply. What lies underneath, what might happen next, and why it resonates. This is more than a simple return of a character. Steffy has been away. Time passed. Things happened, and she comes back to a changed world. Kelly and Hayes in her arms, Finn holding tight. She expected a warm welcome. She expected to step into a familiar rhythm. But instead, there's a time bomb waiting. Luna, alive and pregnant, threatens that rhythm. The feeling of betrayal, of all the hidden truths, erupts. Steffy will not be the passive wife, the supportive mother, the quiet architect of peace. No, she is shifting into warrior mode. Protecting her family will take cunning and strength. Finn's loyalty will be tested. His support must be unequivocal. The children's innocence becomes the shield and the target. Luna's pregnancy now ties into the Forrester/Finnegan legacy in ways no one planned. Can Steffy keep the family intact? Can she manage the shock, outrun the drama, regain control? This return arc isn't a side story. It's pivot. Here is a mother-daughter meeting with weight. Poppy visits Luna in prison, not to console, but to confront. Luna's transgressions have piled up. Poppy is done. Well played, she says with irony when Luna mentions how she became impregnated by a billionaire's son. The cage is real, the leverage now legal, and the emotional cost enormous. For Luna, the pregnancy once seemed like power, now it might be a shackle. Poppy refuses to let her daughter skate. And behind that refusal lies something deeper: shame, protectiveness, resentment, ambition. Poppy might have once pushed Luna into manipulating Finn. Now she watches the trap tighten. Can a mother abandon a daughter? Can loyalty survive manipulation? Poppy thinks baby not just as a child but as a claim. He addresses Katie and Will. The case should be a slam dunk. Bill's always played offense. Relationship, business, manipulation. Now he steps into the custody game with the same mindset. For Steffy, Finn, Luna, the baby becomes the chess piece. Bill positions himself as protector of Will, Steffy's son Hayes, the Forrester children, even the name. He frames Luna as threat, Steffy as victim. This campaign is legal, emotional, familial all in one. And Bill doesn't move without anticipating the next 10 moves. So expect arguments, secret deals, alliances flip-flopping. Protecting a child becomes layered with legacy, power, control. While the headline drama dominates, the undercurrents provide texture. Deacon sits down with Hope and urges her to open her heart to Liam again. Hope is conflicted. The daughter of Brooke and Ridge. Legacy, career, love, family all in her code. Deacon, past his own sins, tries to guide. Sheila, meanwhile, once the villain, now vulnerable, and wary of being shut out by Deacon. Electra begins to see the danger of Luna's presence, not just to Will but to the Forrester bloodline and empire. Meanwhile, Deke observes why his name is missing in design discussions. Forrester Creations is not just a business. It's family heritage, creative identity, and show backdrop. These threads will converge, because when the family breaks, the business fractures. This week is pivotal because it takes long-standing characters and shakes their foundations. Steffy's back, but the world she returns to is larger, more volatile. Luna, whose status was dead, emerges again, pregnant, dangerous, unpredictable. Custody battles escalate into legacy wars. Mother versus daughter. Business versus family. Love versus power. The show uses these intersections, the personal and the professional, the emotional and the material, to force change. Viewers don't just watch what happens. They watch what might happen next. Who will emerge stronger? Who will crumble? The answers matter far beyond this week. Steffy will confront Luna in prison. Expect a face-to-face where she forces Luna to recognize the cost of her actions, especially for Hayes and Kelly. Bill will push legal boundaries. He might approach Elektra, Deke, or even Sheila to gain leverage if Luna weakens. Poppy may flip. She may help Luna for her own agenda, or she may use Luna's fall to climb back into power. Hope will respond to Deacon's advice. She is torn, but the push to reunite with Liam grows. Whether she acts or hesitates will affect future storylines. Elektra will escalate her concerns, maybe taking matters into her own hands to protect Will. Forrester Creations will face internal shakeups. Deke pushing, Remy quietly maneuvering, Steffy distracted. Expect creative chaos. The baby's paternity, custody, and legacy will dominate. Legal advice, threats, deals. Luna's pregnancy may no longer be optional. It might be the battleground. The shock on Steffy's face when Finn tells her Luna lives. It's not just a beat. It's a shift in her world. The bleakness of the prison visit. Poppy's cold demeanor. Luna's defiance. The stripped environment. Bill's controlled calm, as he frames the custody story with veneer of care but undercurrents of ambition. Hope's internal tug-of-war, wanting love, fearing betrayal, standing between her daughter and legacy. Elektra's frightened realization. A young woman sensing the world around her is unsafe and shifting. The business side, creative minds under pressure, redraft after redraft while the family falls apart. Moments of silence. When words fail, stares say too much. When the camera isn't on them, but the thoughts run wild. If you followed the bold and the beautiful for years, this week hits deep. It leverages decades of history. The Forrester legacy, the Spencer maneuvers, the intertwined families. Every returning home, every I didn't know, every custody threat, they pull from memory. The writers are threading long-term characters into new crises. It's the familiar with a twist. New alliances. Old wounds reopened. Stakes raised, not just for today, but for weeks to come. If you thought the show was in a slow simmer, this week turns up the burner. As the week unfolds, keep your eyes on the small things. A lingered glance, a design drawing that doubles as a warning, a name missing on a board, a mother's hand reaching for her daughter. Because in soap operas, it's the gestures that carry truth before the words do. Expect the unexpected. Trust no one entirely. Even the warmest reunion can mask a cold agenda. Even the quietest glance can hide betrayal. So prepare yourself. Monday's episode kicks it off. Homecoming, bombshell, prison walls. The rest of the week follows with war rooms, family counseling sessions, courtroom vibes, and creative boardroom tremors. By Friday, when Bill speaks with certainty and Elektra takes a breath of resolve, you'll wonder, what foundation is left? And who will rebuild it? Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.